Creo Parametric 4.0, Lesson 8, Part 3. In the last portion of this assembly lesson, we are going to bring in the subassembly that we created and add it to, go up here a little bit, we're going to add it to the plate and the assembly that the plate is on. So I've got this on the screen and you can see it is the plate and it's inside the clamp assembly. So we're going to add the subassembly to it. Now I'm going to turn off all these datum features. You can't turn off the ones that are set. You would have to go to each individual component and turn off the layer that the datums are on. So my first selection is going to be a little bit different than you might imagine, and I want you to follow it along and do it exactly like it is explained here. So I'm going to select here, and I'm going to select here. Did I get it? If you get the wrong surface, just come over here and you can remove them. Again, I'm going to do it again, make sure I get the right one. I'm going to select here, and I'm going to select here. Now in the book, I think we have it that you're supposed to, I'm going to make it coincident, you're supposed to pick the hole first, and that's normally the case. I'm just doing it a little bit different. And if you open up this panel here, you have to say that you're going to go to another constraint. You can't just keep clicking. So I'm going to select the hole and the hole here. And that is my assembled subassembly. And we're going to leave on assumptions. Middle mouse button to finish it, Control D, and I'm going to rotate it around a little bit. Now the next component is going to be the long, or the short shaft, the short stud that goes through the middle. So assemble, and it's the 35 one, 3.5, however you identified it when you saved it, and click here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to no hidden line, or hidden line I should say, and also to the top view, and then zoom in so you can see the feature. So I want to be able to have another constraint here. So I'm going to go up here. Right now it's on automatic, and I'm going to change this one to fix. But before I do that, I want to take and bring this up so that it's about 1/8 of an inch or so above the bottom. And I'm going to click on fix. Oh, it's not giving me fix. I'm going to remove this. I've moved it up. And now when I click over here, I should get fix. There's my fix. And that locks it into the position. That's all that it does. Middle mouse button. Now the third one is the nut. The flange nut. And in this case, I think I'll open up another window. And I'm going to be selecting, move this over a little bit. I'm going to be selecting on the stud curved surface, and then I'm going to go over to the nut and I'm going to zoom in, and I've got to get this flat part of the thread. I'm going to close that little window, and I'm going to select on the top here and zoom up. Now I can rotate the part. I can put my cursor somewhere here, hit my right mouse button, just click it until it selects the bottom. And on this one here, I'm going to make it coincident. And that looks good. Middle mouse button. Now, while I'm here, I notice that I put my subassembly on the wrong end here. of the plate, on the wrong side of the plate. I got it upside down. I don't have the plate upside down. I have the subassembly on the wrong constraint here. So I'm going to click on the subassembly, right mouse button, edit the definition of it, and I'm going to look at my different constraints that I have on it, and I want to make sure that I select the plate here, because this is the one, and I'm going to rotate it around, and instead I'm going to click on this side. And then I'm going to flip the model, middle mouse button, and it's on the right side now. But what it did is it made it so that that fixed stud here going in the wrong direction. So what I want to do on that one is edit the definition of it. And I'm going to again go into my top view and I'll do hidden line. I can see where it is. And I think I put the wrong stud in there. I did. Should have put the short stud in there. I think I'm going to leave it. But it is the wrong one. I thought I was selecting the correct one when I did it. We could replace that, but then we'd have to put the nut back on. So I'm going to leave it. Just make sure you select the correct one when you do it. And I'm going to go up to the panel here and see what I've got. So I've got fix, and I'm going to delete fix. Well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not as long as I thought. It was flipped. I will have to go and investigate whether or not I've got the correct one. I think I do. All right, so now what we want to do is we want to take this and bring it all the way down. Yes, I was just getting the wrong color on that one. So I want to bring it all the way down. New constraint. And in this case here, I'm going to select the top and then the top of the stud and make that one a distance and back it off about 0.1. Check. And I'll go back to the shading so we can see it. Yeah, and I'm okay with the length of the stud. When it was highlighting the hole in the stud, I thought I might have put in the 5-inch one. Control D. Now, one of the things you want to do is do a little bit of an analysis on this. And we're going to click the tab up here in the ribbon and go to Global Interference and Preview. And it's going to preview the places where it interferes between parts. And it's going to interfere, obviously, every place where there's a threaded surface, because the hole is smaller than the shaft in every case. So you're going to see each one of these has the threaded area as an interference, which is what you want, of course. Like so. Control D, and then make sure you save it. Last thing is going into the tools and bill of materials, and we'll do a top level. And when you do that, you'll get a list of the assembly, the subassembly, and the full set of components that's present in the model. And that concludes lesson 8.